Right now I want to give you an idea of how to enter your CD information from a CD that was taken out of the library. And as you can see, this one is a folk number that was taken out of the library. The CD is still in here, and you will take an empty case because remember, rotation has them in the cases already and they're locked. So here we're going to put in this CD into the slot of the CD1. Okay, now we're going to enter this information into Spinitron. And we start out here with the album title. This title is called Hills of Lorne. I'll type that in for you. Okay, Hills of Lorne. Well, now usually what we'll get is a menu. If you didn't, that's okay. We can type in the artist and we can type in the song also. Let's see who the artist is. Hazel Stewart. Let's put that in. Okay. And the song that we plan on playing will be, how about something really small? Doesn't really matter, but let's pick the Skyboat song. And that's track number 11. So what we're going to do up here is cue up number 11. And then we're going to put the song in here, and it's called Skyboat Song. SkyeBoat song. Okay, and then we're going to submit it. Okay, now it has gone into your playlist for when you want to backsell over the air. Okay, so now I also have in here, this is a reggae Various. And as you can see, this is Various. It was from the, also from the library. And you're going to enter this the same way. I don't have to repeat it. You just put in your album title and your, see there how there's various artists in here? Then put your artist in along with the song. And just a note to let you know that in the near future, Eric is planning on changing the entry of all of the even rotation using just the album title. So that's coming in the near future. But right for now, we have to put in the J- numbers and the DB- numbers or whatever. Okay? So far that's the way that will work. Now let's see. We can start one of the musics, but we got to remember that we're just beginning our show, and we've got a station ID in here. See it up here? Okay. We've got 32. And then over here, we're going to put something in here from Sam so that we don't have to play that one right away. So what we're going to do is just drag this up there, and that'll be our first song. Now let me see if it'll work for us today. Remember the last time I couldn't get it working. But let's see if I can play this in deck 1 on Sam. And so here is Sam. Okay, turn Sam on. Let's see if it'll play this for us. Okay? It's 28 seconds.
Coming to you live from the campus of Northwestern Michigan College, this is 90.7 WNMC Traverse City, your spot on the dial for great music.
Okay, that's the first thing that you will do when you start your show. And then, of course, here is the song that we had put in Sam, and we'll play that. And we can stop that, okay? We can stop it. We won't go on, but I think you can understand that pretty well, okay? And then we'll put some more in here, all right? Because you're going to have a few songs to play. But in the meantime, let's play something from the cassette, because I want to show you what happens there. in Studio A, you have to press the start button. Now, don't forget that everything will go off automatically, but you have to start the button here. In Studio B, you can use the board, and on here you'll see CD1, CD2, CD3. Okay, but in here you have to start it. So let's see if we can get it to go. I don't hear it, and I don't know why, but that's okay. You can see it going. See how it's working? And what will happen also is over here on the levels, when you are actually on air, those levels will be going. Let me see if my monitors are on. Maybe my monitors aren't on, but that's okay, because Eric is in Studio A, and he is having a guest in today. They're playing music over there. But I think you'll understand. That's pretty much. Now, let's stop it right now, because I think you understand pretty much. Just play music, okay? You can either play it from Sam, or you can play it from your cassettes. There's three cassettes, and of course 1, 2, and 3 on the board. Okay? Now, what will happen next? Oh, by the way, I just want to mention there's a little tiny button back here. You see that? And it says continue and single. All right. You can turn this button if you get a phone call or something and you think it's going to last a little longer. The cassette player will continue to play the next tune that's up. It'll play it until that CD is complete. All right, but don't forget to turn it back because you don't want it to keep repeating. Okay, so that's just another little note for you to remember about that. And you know about your levels. We like to have them about at 10. All right, and if it's too high, you can just lower your slide, or too low, you can put it up there. Okay, now the song here, like you have seen now, will go over to Spinitron. Now let's see if we've Hazel Stewart. Okay, we put that in already. But this one, the Duke Ellington, you'll just see it pop up. It just happens. But the ones that you play here on cassettes, you have to enter it onto the Spinitron playlist. Okay, if you want to play LPs, you can do that. There is a certain configuration you'll need to do. You can ask Eric about that. But our turntable is right here. And in the back wall over there, we have some LPs in that red case right on the bottom there. So there's lots of choices in there for you also. Okay. So one more thing. Let's see. Let's say it's time for you to have your back cell. So you got your mic ready. We use mic 1. We'll turn it up, okay, when you're ready to talk. Now, you stay about 4 inches from the mic and don't talk directly into it. Always be on the side a little bit, okay? So, we have had our station ID. We've been playing music, say, for about 15, 20 minutes, something like that. And you want to let everybody know what songs you've been playing. I have a suggestion to make. Usually when you start out, you always wonder what you should say. Well, give a listen to some of the DJs on the radio and hear what they say. Jot down some phrases that you think you'd like to say. Always say WNMC every time you're on the air, and announce your name and who you are. And if you're filling in for someone, mention that name also, because that's always a good policy so your listeners know. Over here in this window now, you're going to be talking, but don't forget you want to have your sponsors now. So from your program log, you already look to see, and here's your sponsor right here. And if you click on that, you'll see they will come all the way down here. All right. And then you will put that up into, well, let's see, let's just pick one out. Okay. You can either put them in here if you want, or right away, if you're ready, just put your sponsor right in there. And then get yourself a tune in here so that you're ready after you're through talking, that you'll have ready. And then you'll have all of your tunes on Spinitron there to announce. Okay, now if you have a PSA or if you're going to do weather, all right, and I think I already, maybe I mentioned, here's your PSAs up here. If you could click on that, it might not have anything in it, but it might. And in your own words, just announce the event, the artist, the time, where it's at, all that kind of stuff. And it gives you a little bit something to talk about. And then if you have weather to do, your weather is here also. Did I pass it up? Yeah, right there. You could click on that and get the weather. You might say that it's coming to you courtesy of the National Weather Service, and make it short. Just, what today's weather is and temperature and the low, and maybe tomorrow or a couple of days is fine. Okay, now your headphones, because you're going to be talking, right? Your headphones, always use your headphones. It's better to do that. And this little gadget over here, as you can see, there is a little green light. If that green light is not on, then just turn this on, this button right here, and you will see that your headphones will have activity. Okay, so your volume is here, and that's your slide for your mic. But right here in your headphones, you can adjust it. You see how you can adjust it right there according to your hearing. Okay, so that's where that is. All right, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. The speakers. See the two speakers up there? One of them is way over there. Those are monitors. And if your microphone is on, or any of the microphones are on, you won't hear anything. So that's a clue that you didn't turn your microphone off. And if you didn't, what's going to happen is everything in the studio that is noise or talking is going to go over the air. So make sure that your microphones are always off. The speakers are only for this room, okay? And there's some in Studio B also. But they're only for in this room. It's just a monitor. It's not actually can tell you what's broadcasting. What tells you it's broadcasting are your levels right here. Okay? So that's all that is. And you can adjust those monitors also on this little button right here. Okay? So I think we covered pretty much everything. Let me see from my notes here if I have anything else that I wanted to let you know. Just in review, when you come in to do your show, check your program log, check your format. The formats are in this book right here. And especially if you're filling in for someone, so you know what you're supposed to play during that show. And then get all your program logs, your sponsors, whatever you have to do during that show. And then get your station ID in here. Music, just music. Just keep playing music all along. Just keep it all going from your cassettes or from your SAM, whatever you want to do. Okay? And then you're talking, and then get back on and do music. And when you're all done with the show, it's a good idea to try to find yourself the longest song you can find. The reason is that about 10 minutes before the hour, you can play that song if it's a 10-minute tune, and you can sign off of everything after that point. And actually, that's the best time to even say goodbye to your listeners, is about 10 to the hour, or whenever the last time of the show is. Okay, that's just a little hint. It's a good idea because sometimes the other DJ is coming in and getting their CDs ready, so that way you can kind of bow out of behind the board. Okay, so let me see. Just want to wrap up here a little bit on what we have. Oh, let's see. We're talking about, I already talked about the configuration for A. I think we pretty much wrapped all of that up. If you have any questions, okay, and you will have, bring them in to your on-site training, which is going to be live and with a DJ. So after you see this video and you're familiar with everything that your DJ does, you're going to be coming in for scheduling your training session. And that will be with a DJ. So if you have questions at that time, bring them in and do that. Also, let's see, other ways you can find information. We have, WNMC has tutorials, and there is a website to go to that, and you will get that also on your second training live, which will be with Eric. And you will actually be doing a show yourself at that time, to produce a show yourself. And then Eric will give you all the other information that you're going to need for maybe a show or fill-ins or, all those kind of things. And you will be getting also some paper documents. The training papers are located over here in this gray file, as you can see, first, second, third, whatever, orientation. And the DJ should have that when you're ready to come in for your on-site training. That should be ready. And the tutorials, okay? So I think that just about wraps it up. Keep a smile in your voice, and welcome to WNMC.